here and just be like, yo, deviate. Everyone, hey, streaming Wildlands. Okay. We'll give that a go. These are great lights. Oh my gosh. Look at me. I look so much better. I'm not nearly as blown out. Well, ish. I look better. That's the point. The point is I look better. Alright, what is in this base? The Scorpion Evo is in here, which is a gun that I do want to eventually own. But if this is an Unidad base, the likelihood of me actually going and getting it is not super grand, right? Not the best. In theory, my green screen would work a lot better now that I have better lighting, but we'll see. I took it down for today because I just didn't want to deal with it.
We got back, guys.
The odds of this not being, yeah, as I say, the odds of this not being
Signal's all
jammed
bad.
is
They're jamming
like
the drone.
non-existent.
Sniper in the tower.
There's our jammer.
Alarm over here.
There's that.
We got a mounted weapon.
I'm spotting another tango. A baby makes 3. That makes 5.
Got eyes on an air defense system.
Sniper, top of the tower.
Nobody over there. Not that I can see. We got one dude
I got
there.
a target carrying submachine guns.
See, the problem is there's a thingy right there that I want. Just what's the actual likelihood of me being able to get it, you know?
I'm moving to position.
Let me find a good position.
Target acquired.
Shit, I gotta find a good position. Ready. Call the shot. Got
My
one.
crossbow is getting really sick. Can I not have a 7-minute
Down. You're
thing?
giving yourself away.
Good grief.
Just spotted one with submachine guns.
I just don't. I wish the animations were more streamlined and fast. The animations are very slow and very specific. So like I hit landed, and then my guy stands up and takes off his parachute, and I'm like, why, bro? Like that wasn't very stealthy the way he did it.
Check
you
it
know?
out. Weapons case.
Cool. Let's grab that and then let's bail.
Who need that chopper? Stay low.
Oh, I could use this.
Ooh, Scorpion Evo. You know, technically, where am I? Oh, I'm over here. Okay, so technically I can, I'm suspected, I'm not actually hunted. I can just fast travel out of here. Just gonna be like, nope. Just gonna nope out. Wait a minute, where's my chat? Where's my chat? Here we go. There we go. Reorganizing everything. So I haven't streamed in a while. Work's been busy. My bad. Yeah. I've been playing a lot of Factorio. Sort of. The problem is, Factorio being the game that it is, I think I need to install the, what do they call it? The quick start mod, I think is what it's called. I think I need to install that. It's the one that makes it so like you start off with like enough stuff to start a small base, so it skips the first like 5 hours of grinding up to the beginning. Like you start off with enough, so you dive immediately into your base instead of the grind up to the base. And the problem is I'm trying to find a balance between my favorite mods.
I asked the rebels to send a load.
And what I found is if I put the time technology mod in, it doesn't scale well into the late game. There's a point
Clear
where
out.
you
I'll meet you
just
there. Punch it, man.
get like a Factory Simo 2 building, like a MK3 building, and you literally just fill it to the brim with... Okay, those are all down low. What missions do we have here? The bodyguard, the home. Those are 1,600 each. Those are 1,100 each. Which I love playing the beginning area, I really do. So a couple things I found. When it comes to just farming, if you're just trying to farm up, I think I can do this. Anyway, so basically...
We've got intel on the location of several cocaine caches in Mohokoyu. I want
dear.
you to
It's
locate the
9K away.
caches
Oh,
and
well.
destroy them.
It'll be a
so
bit
we
of a
can put
commute, but
pressure
that's
on
fine.
Mohokoyu's
But anyway, so
patrol.
basically what I found is if I use time technology, it's too fast. Okay? If I do time technology, it doesn't scale well, and I either have to make the technology really, really expensive, or I have to make the labs incredibly expensive to balance it out. The main issue with that being power scales really fast, just in general, in Factorio. How easy it is to just quadruple or hextuple your power is super, super easy. It's not hard at all. And so the game type that I like, and I need to check, the problem is I would really enjoy trying the, I don't remember what it's called. There's a game type, it's the space exploration mod. I would really enjoy trying space exploration-ish, but there's a couple either pieces missing or a couple things
We got
that
the
I would
fucking
have
helo.
to really mess with. The biggest issue I have with most of those game types is that it's so good. Come to find out, one of the best ways to level up in this game is to get yourself a military chopper with rocket pods. Oh my gosh, that is loud. Like, seriously? That might have been a little too much. But anyway, but yeah. So basically, one of the easiest ways to level up in this game is to get yourself an attack chopper with locking on rockets, and you literally just hunt Unidad. Because every Unidad is 600 experience. 5 to 600 experience, depending on your level. So like literally, I can just fly around and nuke Unidad trucks, and it's like 600 experience apiece. Think about the missions I'm doing.
Marking an enemy.
If you think of the missions I'm doing are like 18, a maximum of 3,000 experience, right? So the missions I'm doing, when they're full, like when I haven't done them 2 or 3 times, they're worth a solid, 16 or up to 3,000
Enemy
experience. But from a like, literally I can just sit here in a, like, look at this, another one spawned in.
Got a tango with multiple.
And they literally just spawn in on you. So like you're just playing. It's like, oh, there's another Unidad. Oh what? Another 550 experience. Oh look, another Unidad just spawned in directly underneath me. I can literally just sit here in an attack chopper and nuke the crap. See, that one was worth 800 experience. Wait for it. See, right here, this exact location, vehicles spawn in and out really frequent. So like I can just basically sit here and they'll just spawn in. I might need to patrol it just a hair to get them to spawn more. See, there's more civilians that just spawned in. If I come over here, anything? No. Oh, just an anti-air. Oh, yep. See, Unidad just spawned in underneath me. See, and I didn't do anything. I didn't go anywhere. Gotta wait so I don't hit civvies. That's the hard part about doing this. So it's like I can sit here and farm. Oh, see, there's another one just spawned in. And the idea is you just find yourself a really good crossroad where you've got multiple. So if you look here, we've got 1, 2, 3 major roads that all converge in this one spot. And I'll cross this little area. So I can just sit here and just nuke Unidad. It's like 600 experience a pop. There's a lot of rebels hanging out. Oh, see, there's another one there. Okay, 550. And what I found is, I'm trying to think of what the ratio is. It's every so often it'll be like, hey, you know, you've got such and such mission that just reopened. So like, for example, the way I've learned to grind is you do the Inca Comuna missions. You do all of the planes because you literally just fly over. All of these can be done from your choppers. You literally just fly over, nuke the targets, and then fly to the next one. Nuke the targets, fly to the next one. Nuke the targets, fly to the next one. Nuke the targets. That's it. That's all you got to do. The Drug Lord's car is worth a lot, but you have to stop and take like 25-30 minutes on the hardest difficulty to do it. Otherwise, the other ones that I do is up here in Kewaunee, Boston Reed. If you do the Undertakers is really easy most of the time. If you have a player or two helping you, it's easier. Boston Reed is super easy because you literally just call in the helicopter or call him in and then just shoot his helicopter down and you're done. And then the convoy, you literally just shoot the convoy once and it's done. In fact, that's one that I should start doing because that one's worth 3,000 right now.
Moment it's Nomad. We're done here. The main cocaine stash in Mojocoyo's been
But what happens is the more you destroy,
Losing the cocaine and Antonio both is going to cause major grief for the cartel.
the more you redo missions, the less the experience is worth.
solid
The
copy.
less
We're
replaying
shifting to
the
the next
mission is
AO.
worth.
Nomad out.
Alright. Where are you at? Yep, shoot at me. There you are. Suck on that. Miss. Let's see if that's a better hit. Nope. For the life of me, I can't.
One's close.
Oh, there it is. Right there. Why can't I hit you? Alright, that time I hit it. Oh, there's another one. Yeah, this is a bad area for missiles. Get that out of here. This is gonna be bad. I'm flying right over and through a heavily missiled area, which is funny because there's nothing here. It's a bunch of hills in the middle of nowhere. But it's fun because one of the things you can do if you're just trying to level up is as you're traveling to missions, follow the roads and then just nuke all the Unidad that spawn in underneath you. It's like 500-600 a pop. It's like, okay, I'll take it. So I'm heading this way, so we'll follow these roads out. But yeah, the cocaine shipment you're supposed to destroy, you literally just fly over, nuke the truck, and leave. And you're done. But there's like 2 or 3 vehicles escorting it, so I mean, if you take the time to nuke the escorts, that's a bonus, like 500-600 experience. So like, I'll get... You are a comms convoy. Yeah, you are. Let's nuke the front vehicle. Blah boom.
Engage target.
Convoy has a non-armored vehicle.
I'm gonna hit
Escort
the...
vehicle destroyed.
Oh, I didn't destroy it. Really?
The lieutenant's trying to escape.
Stop the assault, though, just because I don't want to deal with that. So come to find out, this vehicle is actually pretty decent when it comes to having your AI help you take out convoys. It's actually
I
fairly
need to
Getting
get a
a
better
position.
position. Copy that. Moving.
And I just want these 2 dead before they call in anything.
I've got the target.
Got
That's
it. He's
because
down.
that's one of the most annoying things in this game is when you, you'll kill everyone except for 1 dude, and then he calls in reinforcements, and 2 full trucks pull up. And if you're not in a good spot to nuke the trucks, then you're just like, oh crap, because suddenly there's like, oh, now there's 8 dudes that are here. Like they call them
Nice
in from
job.
the other
The
side of the
rebels make great
building or
use
the
of
other
this
side of
stuff.
the compound you're
Far
at.
better
You're
they
just like,
have it than the cartel. I asked Pat Katari to send us a vehicle.
okay. And then I'm doing the. There you are.
We've got word that a massive shipment of cocaine is being transported by convoy to Brazil. Make sure those trucks don't reach the
We're
border.
going to shoot down the drugs. But yeah. All in all, it's not too bad. It's not too hard to farm down either. Just takes time. Once I discovered that you can just fly around and nuke the Unidad, it's like, it's way faster. He's going away from me. Oh no, you don't. Where you at? Where are you? You're that one. Just close enough to fire. Okay. All the dudes are like, something just happened. Oh, those are shots. Shots fired and shots missed. Yeah, chopper. There you are. No, he's not out of my range. I really wish the lock-on range was better in this. Like, I have to be right up his butt to get him. Just super annoying. But yeah, some of it's really annoying. Some of it's not a big deal at all. Some of it's like, now which way are you going? They appear to be heading this way, so we're gonna fly out. Oh, they're dead. 500 a pop. I can't afford to not shoot them. Oh, another one. Well, that was only 300. There's so much Unidad over here. Oh my gosh. Goodbye.
Ready to fire.
Wow, some of these aren't worth much. Is it because I'm engaged? Does that affect my my volume? I don't know. Let's check. There's another Unidad right there. Just spawned underneath me. I'm engaged, and you know what? Yeah, you suck. Get out of here. And because this is what it is, a mechanic that needs to be removed.
Their L team's trying to run.
Seriously? They need to get rid of that mechanic. That mechanic doesn't belong in this game at all.
Watch your ship. They spotted us.
Alright, what convoy is this? Fuel! I actually need fuel. Yeah, that's one mechanic that, like, I think enough people complain, so they put it in, but they shouldn't have put
Escort
it in.
destroyed.
Like, it's one of those that, let's be honest, they should have said tough cheese.
We got a non-armored. Escort vehicle destroyed.
And I took out this, it won't directly say that I did, but I killed a bunch of rebels with that.
I have a
Shoot
shot.
them.
Engaging. Roger that.
Okay, stop shooting them. I totally want this truck.
I'm moving to position. Target marked. Enemy down.
Nope. Nailed him. And then he calls in. See, this is what I hate. The one guy. The guy gets in his vehicle, steals a vehicle, and
Girls, he's
leaves,
escaping.
and calls in 2 trucks. Like this, and then I nuke him. I grenade launcher his vehicle, and he doesn't die. Stop. Oh my gosh. Although, I will say that with Breakpoint coming out, I hope Breakpoint does really well. And I hope it's phenomenal. And I can't wait for it to come out.
Truck acquired, and it's topped off with gas. I'll call the rebels to let them know where it is.
Oh dear. Yeah, that's gonna get really dumb really fast. I'm getting out of here. There's no way in heck that doesn't get dumb. Yeah, rebels and Unidad. You guys hash it out. I'm gonna walk away.
I asked the rebels to send
They
over
call in a
vehicle
chopper.
for us.
Where the crap did he put it?
Only dead chopper. Stay low.
Boom. Missed. Boom. Missed again. Boom. That time I got him.
Quiet.
Got that.
Close for the explosion.
Oh.
We're clear. Y'all good?
Where's my chopper at? I was about to say, I still haven't gotten to my chopper yet. I'm like, what the heck, man? What the heck, man? What's taking too long? Alright. Where's that convoy? Hey!
We've got word that a massive
Working its
shipment
way
of
towards me.
cocaine
I'll
is being
fly.
transported by convoy
Go
to
on
Brazil.
without me.
Make sure
Let's
those
go,
trucks
let's go.
don't reach
I'm
the
gonna have
border.
to nuke those dudes just because they're so freaking annoying. Oh, really? You guys engaging with rebel forces? Let's see how long that lasts. It's not very often the rebels have a military-grade attack chopper helping them. Although somehow I am calling this in from them. Don't know if that makes any sense, but it doesn't have to make sense. It's fun. It's all that matters. But yeah, so I found out the lowest level I had ever gotten, or the high, the lowest tier I'd ever reached was tier 17, I think, 17 or 18. Because when I went one lower, I think it was 18 was the lowest. Because when I hit 17, it suddenly gave me a bunch of stuff.
Escort destroyed. Escort vehicle destroyed.
Almost level 15. Woohoo. Anything around here worth experience? Ooh. The flight plan, the Undertakers, Boston Reed, the Truck Depot. Truck Depot. Oh, I hate that one. The Convoy, which I just destroyed. What's Boston Reed worth right now? 1,600? We'll redo. Oh, I'm too close. Okay. Well, in that case, who is it? You? We'll go destroy some caches real quick.
We've got intel on the location of several cocaine caches in Mohokoyu. I want you
Let's
to
go take out
locate the
some caches.
cache.
Convoy's destroyed. The cartel just took a big fucking hit to their bottom line.
A lot of these are really easy. The amount of these that you can do from the attack chopper is pretty high.
Outstanding work in Kuwani. Eliminating Reed has disrupted the entire smuggling network. Grounding their planes has cut Santos
Pretty much
off
every
development
major
of
mission that
Robin's
you
flight
complete
to
after you've completed
What about
the
the overland
region.
route?
So if you completely do a region and then go back and replay, you get the end of the...
to end. Once we're sure we have everything, we'll notify law enforcement across the border and coordinate a series of raids.
Anyway,
It'll be a
basically
disaster for the
it'll
cartel.
The locals, too.
it'll do this
Santa Blanca
conversation
employed a
basically
hell of a lot
after
of
every
people to
single
operate
mission.
those trucks.
Here's like,
That's above my pay grade. You want to put people to work? Try the Peace Corps.
I'll keep that in mind. Nomad out.
Uni chopper. Where are you? There you are. Oh, that was, I did it a hair too early. I wasn't quite locked on yet. Yeah, he's seeing me when he's too far away for me to lock on. Yeah, missile lock-on range versus machine gun range is not quite lined up, which sucks for me because it's like, hey, oh no, I can't do it. It's directly underneath. That's a pretty cool rock formation right there, to be honest. The secret is to destroy the cache. Well, obviously,
Target spotted.
it's in that building, right?
The lieutenant's trying to escape.
That one.
They know we're here.
Where is the... I mean, if you're just gonna keep feeding me
More of these assholes just pulled up.
150 XP.
We don't hit civilians, dumbass. Get your fucking head on straight.
It's not my fault the civilian is hanging out next to an attack vehicle full of enemies. I'm in an attack chopper. What do you want me to do? You should've took the hit, man. You should've took the hit. No, screw you.
Tango down.
Rope's killed. Ooh, and a random Unidad that just spawned in. And more civilians killed. So stupid. So stupid. The civilians respawn as the Unidad spawn in, as the cartel spawn in. So I got 3 different groups spawning in, of which 2 of the 3 I'm allowed to hit, but the civvies, I can't see them. It doesn't mark civvies. I'm in an attack chopper from 100 meters away. I have no freaking clue where the civvies are. That part's dumb. That part is quite dumb. That's okay. Alright.
The drone is up.
Supposedly there's a cache here somewhere.
I asked the rebels to do a recon of the area.
Sending our intel on enemy positions.
Yeah, for how many people there are here, clearly this is where it's at. But where? Like, you look around, there's nothing around here. Wait. Is this the one where it's way up on the... I think I'm an idiot. Hang on.
I asked Pat Katari to send us a
Give me
vehicle.
a chopper. I think it's up on the hillside, hidden underneath the mountain. I'm thinking it's over here in the village, but it's up in the mountain, I think is where it's at, actually. Okay, so you get less
There are a lot
experience
of lights
if
and switches
you are in
up here.
combat than if you nuke vehicles outside of combat. Okay, I'm as far over as it could be. Yeah, I don't see the stash.
Escort destroyed.
Boom.
Good to go. Escort vehicle destroyed.
Ready? Fire,
Shoot
fire,
him.
I'm
fire.
engaging tangos. Copy that.
Stop hiding behind the truck. God. Oh, and Unidad.
Shit.
Get
Dad
out of here.
decided to show.
Don't give me that crap. That's one thing that's interesting about this genre of game. So like GTA 5, Wildlands, games like this, is the active level of units spawning in, because they do spawn in at a certain level.
Good work.
Or at a
I'll
certain
ping the
like
rebels with the
proximity, at a
location.
certain whatever, at a certain whatever, at a certain whatever, they spawn in. And so it's like, it's interesting to watch what it is per game. Because like in GTA 5, you get stars and cops just like pour out of everywhere, out of every nook and cranny. You're like, oh,
Go
here's
ahead,
another
I'll
cop.
meet you.
Oh, here's another cop. But it like
You really ought to
spawns it
let
so
me
far
drive.
ahead of you and then has it come at you. This one, they'll spawn it right on top of your head.
We've got intel.
I don't
on
know where the
location
cache
of
is.
several
I have yet to
cocaine
find it. I've
caches in
nuked the
Mohokoyo.
buildings.
I want you to
not
locate
gotten
the
it.
caches
Move out.
and
I'm
destroy
on your
them,
6.
so we can put pressure on Mohokoyo's Buchon.
I've yet to see the cache. I hope it's not one of those, oh, you have to physically see it before it even spawns in. Like, it should be that building.
Target destroyed.
That was it.
Time to clear out.
They're running out of places
I was
to hide their shit.
wondering where it was. Okay. That was that one. That was Western. Hidden. It's currently unavailable, and it's because I'm right next to it. Oh boy.
Antonio's given up the location of a huge stash of cocaine hidden in Mohokoyo. This could be the mother lode. Get in there and take it out.
In theory, the hidden
Shit, they
stash
spotted
is
us.
literally like, where is it? One of these side roads has it. I wonder if the more I kill, the less it goes up. Get out of here. I'm not direct threatening nobody. Don't give me that crap. I wonder if you can hit this stash from the chopper.
I got eyes on the sniper. Got another tango.
Or if it doesn't, let's try. No, gain access to the stash. No, you have to get
Their
it
LT
first.
is escaping.
Yeah, this is one you'll have to fight out completely.
Weapons free. Weapons free.
Where's that? There it is. The fact that I hope this is something that will be a lot more balanced in the next game, is what is and isn't missile proof. Because just saying, a concrete building taking direct rockets, I don't think they're gonna just, like, that. The guy was protected by, like, a handrail. Somehow. He was protected by, like, a handrail. I'm like, I don't know why he's still alive.
They know we're here.
Get out of here. Who's left?
They've also disabled. Reinforcements won't be flying in.
Like, okay, where? Like, this is the kind of crap that I hate about this game. I took out the power, and yet an attack chopper shows up. I'm like,
Fuck is smoke
I'm
the
like-
window.
remember when I nuked your power and took out your ability to call in helicopters? And then a helicopter shows up, and I'm like, looking around, I don't see any bases nearby. I'm like, I don't know who had the ability to call in a helicopter. Like, shouldn't be happening right now.
I've got Cartel Sicarios
Get
incoming.
them out of here. 5. Oh, there's one. Seriously. Great. Unidad are going to show up and they're not going to be worth any experience. Yeah, 100 experience. Screw this mission. I don't care. What a dumb mission. Yeah, screw that mission. It's not worth it. So dumb. There's just a lot of little things like that that just drive me nuts. It's like... And apparently the value of units goes down. It's kind of dumb.
Escort destroyed. I'm opening fire. These guys are fucking jumped. Watch it.
Open fire.
Roger that.
And at that health, I'm not risking it.
I'm getting a position.
Let me get a good sight line.
Target acquired. Standing by.
Target acquired. Standing by.
Dropped him.
And I'm due for a new
Relax, we're still
helicopter
there.
anyway. Mine's hurt. So I've been farming in Fortnite Save the World
The rebels are gonna love this.
because I figured
Lots of
out a
pharmacies
couple
worth of med-
ways to gain experience in that game, which is pretty cool. And one of them, that's the main stash. I don't give a crap about the main stash. There's a comms truck there. Here, where are we at here? Oh wow, I have a lot. Yeah, level 30 crossbow. Fully maxed out damage, but still 0 penetration. Meaning, I can't destroy vehicles, but in theory, I'd be able to pin 2 or 3 dudes together. But it's Wildlands on the hardest difficulty, so the answer is absolutely not. Absolutely not. In Warframe, oh yeah, go for it. It's just interesting because I'm noticing there's a couple different mission types
Sim for their people.
based on what you're playing. So like for example, it is possible to stealth Warframe. You can stealth a good chunk of Warframe, but no one does that. They speed run every single mission every single time. I think yeah, there we go.
Coca leaves taken from the local farmers are stockpiled at the Tabakal freight yard.
Ask the
for
rebels to
delivery.
send over a vehicle
I want
for
you to
us.
get in there and destroy the stockpile.
Anyway.
That ought to get Magic.
I
Carter's
really
attention.
enjoy
Go on, I'll meet you.
stealthing in Warframe. I think it's awesome. My first character was, I don't know what the name is, Nova? Banshee. The Banshee pack was my first hero, or my first Warframe in Warframe. And I loved it because I had a bow.
Got a tango.
And I would literally... Oh, don't look at me. Seriously? Screw all of you. Anyway. I would literally show up with a bow, and I would sneak in and kill everyone. Like, I would stealth kill the entire area. And then, the entire missions. And then when I started doing, like, the big boss fights, where it was, like, defend against waves of enemies, the Banshee's phenomenal for that. Because the Banshee can drop... The ultimate for the Banshee is this giant energy wave that just kills everything. And if you upgrade your... I think you can still upgrade it. I don't remember. I need to double check.
Target marked. Keep an eye on your background.
I'm very nearly tier... right here's a good spot, too. Unidad just keep respawning.
Marking an enemy.
What I'm hoping is, eventually that like GTA 5 and Ghost Recon Wildlands will have a baby. And it'll be the absolute coolest game ever. Because I think the combat system in GTA 5 is kind of a joke. Compared to like full combat style games, I think it's a joke. But yeah, like GTA 5 and or like Ghost Recon Wildlands and Sniper Elite and stuff like that. Like if you could play Wildlands like you play GTA 5, I would absolutely love that. I think that would be the coolest thing ever. Here we go. Ooh, I need to check and see if all the missions have reset. Because what happens is, I think every time you tier up, it resets all the missions.
Tango marked. Got
Oh,
a
that's gonna be
nearby.
some civvies probably.
Jesus, you just hit a civilian.
Good golly, this is such a good spot. Look at how many Unidad keep spawning in. I love it. I do like that the missiles are self-guided once you lock on. Like, you lock on and you'll completely flip and face the other way and not care. Now, question. Did the missions reset with that? Oh, you can bet your boots they did. But we're gonna try these caches first and just see how they go. In fact, what are the caches worth that I'm after? Where is it? Over here. Hang on. Oh, like it's always. Oh, well, screw that. I don't care. I'd rather kill Reed. Especially because that's where I'm at anyway.
Good work in Tabakal. Taking out Madricoca and her lieutenant has thrown her organization into chaos and provided an opening for the Cocaleras to declare their independence.
Suspected, huh?
You think they'll revolt?
It's already happening. Madricoca's supporters could have kept things from getting out of hand, but you took care of that. Santa Blanca just lost
Oh
a
boy.
major Coca supplier,
That's an Unidad
along
base.
with all their current stock. That's gonna cripple their production.
Solid copy. Thanks for the good news. We're moving to the next AO.
Yeah,
Nomad
I
out.
don't like. The secret to surviving anti-air in this game is to strafe, but you have to strafe while you're facing it or facing away from it, or else your likelihood of actually dodging it is pretty low. There's a dad on the road right next to me. Ooh, that was a heck of a flip.
Enemy marked.
There's another Unidad. There's another Unidad. Good grief. Oh, there's another Unidad. Holy crap, this is a great spot. Oh my gosh, they keep spawning. There's so many Unidad. Oh my gosh, it just respawned again.
Enemy spotted.
This place is nuts. Oh, another one just spawned in. Okay, you guys need to die. I'm tired of getting spotted from right there. No, stop. I'm done with that. You guys suck.
Target spotted.
Oh, shut up. It's like, you are suspected. I'm like, no, I'm not. Alright, I'm leaving this area. Gosh, there's more Unidad.
What the hell? You just hit a civilian.
Of course I just hit a civilian. The civilian was next to an Unidad. What do you expect? Collateral damage, man. Thank you. I mean, that's a decent chunk of change if you look at the experience bar there. It's fairly fast. Doing this 45 minutes. 45 minutes, and we're up a level-ish. Half a level, 3/4 of a level, something like that. Now, this one's weird. If you stay near the thing long enough,
Coming up on the airstrip now.
it'll call
Got
him
a
in
tango.
even if you didn't touch it. Which is kind of weird.
Got another tango. I got a third. I got another. That's
Should be one. No.
target spotted. Enemy marked.
Take out those two first. Take out him. There he is. Stay close together. It's funny that there's a laptop sitting there, and it's indestructible. I can't accidentally destroy it. Nope, missed him. There's like one dude left, and I missed him. What's up, boy? Die.
Look, we're made.
Cuckoo. That's what I'll probably do. Is farm down these until they're not worth anything. These two. I.e.,
There's the laptop to send the codes to Reed.
call in Reed, shoot down
I'm entering
Reed.
the codes now. Reed should be
Go
receiving the signal.
take out his
They'll show up
convoy,
any second.
come back to Reed
Set up for the ambush.
until they're not worth anything. And then I'll go back down to the south and then fly back and forth. So the idea is you take out this one, take out his convoy, which is up here somewhere, plus any Unidad on the way.
I
And
got
then
it.
once
I'll
you're
fly.
done, you fly to the far south, and then you just take out all
I'm
of
on.
those three
Move out.
locations.
I'm
And
on
the
your
thing is, they're
six.
far enough away from each other that like you'll hit this one. Yeah, whoever mixed these, like. There we go. Where you at, Reed?
Target incoming. Get ready.
Oh, I'm ready.
Escort vehicle
hit him.
destroyed. Payload's finished.
Wow, they're going fast.
Tango down. Let's notify Bowman. Bowman,
out anyway.
Boston Reed is no longer on the playing board.
Good. Should have seen the human trafficking angle.
Okay, that mission's done. Convoy. The second it gives you your
It's been a big problem
experience,
here
you'll
for a long
immediately
while. Corsaman and Santa
mark the
Blanca
next
get a
one.
bloody
Hopefully I'll be able to
assault
immediately fly over, take him, take out the
Stop
convoy,
Boston Reed and free a
and
few
then
minutes
immediately
to the
come
boat.
back.
It's a
you
good
know.
day.
Better than others, anyway. Bowman out.
We got
That truck. I am really hungry. Oh, crap. Hang on.
Okay, we're
I
cool.
texted my mother. Yes, we have to take blank stuffed there. Okay. Oh. Okay. I have that black out curtain. I would like hemmed if you are willing to help. So what happened was, my living room has a giant window. It's like 3 giant windows side to side to side, right? The entire like 2/3, 3/4 of the wall in the living room is one giant set of windows. Okay. With that, it has a really big, pretty cool, really big set of curtain rods, right? So I bought a bunch of blackout curtains because what happens is during the summer, it gets insanely hot upstairs. Like it'll get 85, 90 degrees easy in my living room, which is an issue because that's too hot. And so what happens is the living room will get super, super hot, and then the AC won't turn on, or the AC will just sit there and run 100% of the time because it's so dang hot, and it never stops. Like, it's so hot that the AC will run the entire day and never turn off. And so what happens is if you use blackout curtains block a bunch of the heat. And so the only better option is to do thermal curtains with reflective side out with a blackout curtain behind it. Because blackout curtains are partly thermal based, so they get very, very...
Second target.
Escort destroyed.
Remember when I locked on to the truck and then it didn't?
The lieutenant's escaping.
Convoy's destroyed.
Get outta here.
Cartel just took a big fucking hit to their bottom line.
Escort vehicle destroyed.
Now here's the question. Can I immediately redo Reed? Sure can. Cool.
We've got a location and the code we need
But
to
anyway.
draw Reed out of hiding.
So basically I bought all these blackout curtains, and they came in sets of 2, and I needed like 7. So I bought 4, and I have 1 extra. It's like a 82 inch, it's like 82 inches per or something. They're huge, they're really big. I think they're like 3.5, 4 feet wide, something like that. Probably 3 foot wide because of how many I had. They're like 3 feet, it's not 7. How many did I have? 5? I think I had 5 and they're 3 feet each. Yeah, that's about right, 15 feet. Yeah, that's about how much I used. Because they're 3 feet wide, but then you don't get the full 3 feet, you get like 2.5 feet per, because, you know, they have the giant rings on them that go right? And so I bought those, blacked out my living room, and then I had 1 curtain extra. And then for some reason, the house that we're in doesn't have a curtain over the kitchen window. And so, mind you, we're one of those where, like, it's a split level where you end up with half of
Third
your...
target. Got a tango. Makes 5.
You end up with, like, a 6-foot lift from the ground
Enemy
to
spotted.
your... Come on, there's one more. You end up with, like, a 6-foot lift from the floor up to where your actual window is, instead of, like, a 3 or a 4 foot. So instead of walking up to the side of the house and it's, like, the window hits you at your middle, you walk up to mine, and the window is like above your head. And it's built that, it's designed that way on purpose. And so, did I get both of them? Yeah! That was a shot. But anyway, so basically I got,
They know we're here.
I have that extra curtain. And my plan is, I have a 3x3 window, approximately a 3 foot by 3 foot window in the kitchen that is 6 feet up from the outside, so it's not like people can really see in, but at the same time, it's still just a wide open window, right? And I'm not super happy with that. And so basically what's up is I'm planning to take that extra blackout curtain and see if my mom will help me hem it, or cut it up and rehem it. I can sew, but I'm not super great at it. I took a sewing class in high school because that's where all the cheerleaders were. Also took cooking in.
I'll catch up with you. All right, good to go.
I took cooking and I took sewing because that's where all the girls were. All the cute girls I liked were. But anyway. In fact, you know what? I'm gonna shoot the cars first. Reed's not gonna get away. Yeah, like an
Escort
idiot,
has
he's
been
gonna
destroyed.
turn and face me.
You got the helo.
Tango down. Let's notify Bowman. Bowman, Boston Reed is no longer on the playing board. Good.
Sweet. Oh. Convoy. Nice. It's only right over the ridge. The idea is you go back and forth until they're 800 each, and then I think they stop going down at that
Or
point.
someone in Santa Blanca's gonna bloody his paw with it. I feel like an asshole.
We stopped Boston Reed and freed a few innocent folks. It's a good day.
Better than others, anyway.
Oh, I thought I was
Bowman
going to hit some civvies with that shot, but I didn't. That's good. But anyway, so the idea is I want to hem that. We'll see how well it works. The idea would be to, I think it's a 3 or a 4 foot curtain. It's like a 3 or 4-foot curtain, and then it's like 88 inches wide. So really, really wide. Or really, really tall. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip the curtain sideways, cut it in half, and then hem it on the middle to set it as the curtain. And then that way I can set it up where it's like part of it's on, part of it's off kind of a thing.
Convoy's destroyed.
Okay,
Cartel just took a big fucking hit to their bottom line.
Escort vehicle. Keep your eyes on the road. You just hit a civilian.
How did I hit a civilian?
Their lieutenant's on the run.
What? If there were civvies on the side of the road, they deserve to get shot. Good grief. 800 and 800. Okay, so those are both done. So now I can come down here. The outpost. Deserter. Oh no, that's Montioc. I was like, what? I was like, that's so weird. No, it's the wrong one. It's the wrong one. I
We've
look
got
really
coordinates on
good
several
on my
downed
webcam
airplanes
today. I'm
loaded
so
with Peruvian
excited.
cocaine
So I
intended
went and
for
bought
the
2
cartel.
new lamps.
Get to the
2
crash
LED
sites and
lamps.
destroy the shipments before Santa Blanca can recover them.
There is a convoy nearby. See, here's the thing though. As of this point, both of my primary weapons are maxed out, so I don't really care about getting the experience as much, or I don't care about the resources as much, because at this point I might as well rush down tier 1. It's a 15-kilometer fly. Screw that. We're fast traveling. Did you hear the noise it made? So apparently, my buddy War and I discovered this a little bit. If you fast travel while in certain vehicles, while they're in the air or like on a jump or something, if you fast travel to a different location, sometimes it'll down the person that was in the vehicle
Hola.
with you. And I don't mean like you were in a helicopter, you jumped out, and then it plummeted to the ground and then crashed, because it does do that.
I asked
Two.
Pakatari to send us video.
But I mean like, I've been in a chopper, fast traveled, and then my buddy got downed while in the helicopter while still in the sky. It downed him, and then it hit and exploded and killed him instantly. And I'm like, I'm so sorry, I didn't mean to do that. You know?
I'll pilot.
Did my mom-
Go ahead, I'll catch up.
Nope.
Hey man, try to take us on
Oh.
some sweet jumps, alright?
Bitcoin is up and Bitcoin is down. Following the stock market. Because why the heck not? It's time I start diversifying and planning for the future, you know? I'm ecstatic. I'm super excited. So typically when people invest, they recommend at a younger age to invest a lower percentage of your... I don't understand that. They say when you're younger to invest less into the stock market when you're younger, because you have more time for it to grow, so you don't need to put as much in to get the results. Like the more you put in, the faster you get results, kind of a thing. But to that same name, they also are like, well, if you have your whole life to put in, why dump so much in early?
Cocaine shipment
You know
destroyed.
what I mean? Like dump it in over
Bowman
the
is
course
done.
of your life.
La
kind of a
Cabra
thing.
and the Negotiator are dead.
But to that exact thing is the reason why I'm like, of course I'm gonna dump
Bravo
in early.
to
Like the more you dump
This
in
will cripple
early
negotiations
into
with
like
Peruvians. Their
your
bosses
investments
will
and
use
stuff,
this to
the
demand
more you
more
dump in
concessions from El
early,
Sueño.
the
El
more
Sueño
you'll
will
get
tell
out of it
Peruvians
in
to
the
go
late
fuck themselves.
period. And really,
Everybody goes away.
really a lot of it is just
Except us.
based on how
We're
much.
shifting to the next AO.
A
Nomad
lot of
out.
it's really just based on how much you can put in. Like if you don't have a ton of money to put in, then only put in a little bit or none, depending on what your circumstances are. Typically, you want to try to find at least a little bit of income or a little bit of something to invest somewhere. And the interesting thing that is new to the stock market in the last 10, 15, 20 years is that a lot of really big companies, so like, for example, over the years, a lot of big companies have come and gone and come and gone and come and gone and come and gone, right? But we're now to a point where companies are getting so big that they're diversifying their portfolios. like the companies are. Like you look at Disney and you go, oh, Disney, they make Disney movies, right? They also own like 7
There's the
parks
Peruvian negotiator.
across the globe,
We got eyes on the Cabra.
and they're about to have their own streaming
Negotiator's down.
service. Like
Dead.
there's a
HPT is
like,
down. Say
like
again.
just
La Cabra
Disney
is
now
down. Target
has like
KIA.
8 or 9 assets. They're buying other media
Elo's
groups.
destroyed.
Like they're doing all kinds of stuff. So it's like just Disney is turning into a monster of a company. Amazon has done the same thing. Amazon has like, and Amazon's going nuts. Amazon's crazy because it's like I'm watching it and it's like in some ways I'm terrified of what it's gonna do. Too close. Fine, I'll go back up and do the northern plane. I'm gonna be a jerk about it.
We've got coordinates.
I
on
left the
several
basin.
downed
If you stay in the
airplanes
basin
loaded
and then
with
swap to
Peruvian cocaine intended
that
for the
plane,
cartel.
right there, it'll
Get
let
to
you
the
do it.
crash sites and destroy the
But anyway.
shipments before Santa Blanca can recover them.
So the idea is I can literally just bounce back and forth between all of these locations until they're only worth 800-ish each, because then they stop going down. But if you down them all to 1800 or 800-ish, then you can maximize your experience gain from them and then move on to other ones. But anyway, so it's interesting because it used to be you invested in certain companies, and like if you invested in the correct companies, you would get really rich, and then otherwise you were just kind of a loud one.
Got 2 birds coming in.
Oh.
Guess Santa Blanca spotted the crash too.
Get out of here. Love how this
Engaging
one
tangos.
spawns in immediately. Good shooting there, man. But anyway,
They've seen us.
it's just fascinating because it's like the old model was like invest 10% of your income over the course of your life, and then the closer you get to retirement, slowly
Cocaine
put more and
shipment
more into your
destroyed.
investments to like best diversify your portfolio and then be able to have enough growth over your lifetime to retire and everything. And there's this new thing going on that's becoming really popular, and ultimately I think it's a great idea. It's the new thing is, instead of putting 10% of your income into like the stock market or into investments or into whatever, bonds, whatever, instead of doing that, what people are doing is they're putting 80% away and then learning to live on 20%, and then they're retiring like 10, 15 years earlier, which I think is brilliant. Okay, remember the whole I locked onto him and then all of a sudden it didn't?
Escort has been
I
destroyed.
was locked onto that helicopter and then all of a sudden I randomly shot.
These guys are riding heavy.
Get out of here.
Escort feed.
Escort, yeah, it's dead. I shot it, remember? Get out of here.
Escort has been destroyed.
Their LT's trying to run. Open fire.
Say the word, boss.
I hate it because lieutenants, they changed lieutenants, so now they stop
Jesus,
dying.
you just hit a civilian.
And it makes me so angry because it's bull crap. It's because the lieutenants are the people that...
I'll ask before that thing blows.
Okay. Video game physics, right? Anyway.
Area is secure.
So,
We'll pass word to the
they
rebels. and
changed
tell them
it
where to
because
find
it
the food
used to
truck.
be that
Let's go.
it was really hard to get the lieutenants because they were really easy to kill. They were as easy to kill as anyone else. And so what would happen is you would try to hunt down or take out a lieutenant to like capture him and like interrogate him, get information, and instead you would just
headed our way.
kill him instead. Not trying to, but you would. Get out of here. 400 XP, baby. But anyway, so what they did is they made it so that now they're basically a special unit. But by doing that, they
If they didn't know
totally
something was
broke
up
the
before, they
realism
sure
of
as
the
hell do
game
now.
again. Because what would happen is you could straight up nuke. Like I'm on the hardest difficulty. I can nuke a vehicle with a lieutenant in it, and the vehicle will flip and explode, and the lieutenant just like
They're
climbs
on
out
this
and
side.
walks away. And I'm like, yeah, because that's realistic, right? Alright, so the northern plane is done. Let's do the southern plane next. This was the one I was trying to do, but I got too far away from the base.
Airplanes
My bad.
loaded with Peruvian cocaine intended for the
The thing I hate about it is now it's like
sites
you'll
and
unload a
destroy the
half a
shipments
clip
before
into
Santa
the
Blanca can
chest
recover
of a lieutenant, and he'll just turn and look at you, and it's like, you're kidding me. Like, I took a 50 cal round to your throat, and you just turned and looked at me like it was nothing. Like, that's just stupid, you know? That's one thing where I'm not super excited about the next game, is like, they straight up told you there's a heavy. They straight up told you there's a heavy. There's a heavy that's borderline Iron Man. Mind you, there is a higher sci-fi twist to the next game, which looks like fun. I just hope it's not one of those where the enemies are going to be super advanced and awesome and you're just going to suck, you know? That's one thing that drives me nuts on games, is they'll be like, yeah, new technology, none of it's yours. And you're like, why?
Got eyes on a captain. Got another tango.
See, personally, I would be the type of person where I'd be like, you scrounge the weapons, I would almost set it up as you go in as a ghost.
Cargo destroyed.
And who knows, they could set this up as a game type, which would be pretty cool. And the idea would be, yeah, let's do the east. It's a bit of a flight, but oh well. What I would do is I would set up a game type where it's like, it's the main campaign, but you literally land with like whatever rifle, or you like crash and all you have is your pistol, and then like the first enemy you kill, you pick up their weapon, and then that's a weapon you have and you add it to your arsenal. And then if you die while you have that weapon equipped, you lose it. That would be have a little more of a scrounging approach where like you have to collect it and stuff like that. My main concern with the next game is they're mixing technology in with modern warfare. There's a certain point where technology wins in a way that man without technology can't keep up with. And what I mean by that is, at a certain point you go, oh well, every single drone has thermal vision and is automated to find you. And you go, how are you going to beat that many thermal detectors? You know?
Another tango. Tango number 3.
So at a certain point, they don't even send stuff out to look for you anymore. They just have thermal stuff posted every so often, and they just know when you get there. They're like, oh yeah, he's in this region. We saw heat signatures that were unaccounted for. Heat signatures.
They've seen us.
Let's see if I get it. Yeah. Like, you look at what our drone technology is up to now already, and it's like, you know it exists. It already exists. Let's see. Eastern, southern. What I'll probably do is do southern, jump over to Macabre, or whatever her name is, and then jump back over to the far east. How am I doing, by the way? Oh, almost level 14. That's cool. When did we start? We're an hour, and we've gone up almost a level and a half. That's cool. And the secret is once you don't even do the missions. Once you get all of the easy, high experience missions done, then you just fly back and forth and back and forth and back and forth and back and forth, and you just nuke Unidad. You just find a good crossroad and just attack Unidad. Because think about the amount of time I'm wasting going from here to there. Mind you, the first time you do it, it's totally worth it because it's 3,000 experience. You know, you're averaging 500, 600 experience in Unidad truck. So I mean, it's the equivalent of what, 6? Something like that. It's the equivalent of 6 trucks, 6 Unidad vehicles for a single mission. It's just 2 per, it's about 3K.
I got a target carrying submachine gun.
That one.
Number 3.
one of these mountain ranges here has a spot where you fire your missiles at it, and your missiles go through the mountain. Like, instead of impacting on the mountain, they fly through the mountain.
Cargo destroyed.
Okay. From here, we should be able to do La Cabra, which this will be the last one on La Cabra
We have
before it's not
intel that La
working
Cabra
anymore.
is scheduled for a
Oh, I
meet
see
with her
you.
Peruvian counterpart. Crash the meeting and eliminate them both.
Ooh, let's not hit that rock, shall we? But yeah. It's just interesting because, like, you listen to the one guy, the submarine specialist researcher dude over back east in this game. You listen to him talk, and he's solid. Like, he's dead on. A lot of the things he's talking about is like, he's eccentric, and he's definitely probably a little autistic with how his brain
Second target, marking the captain.
is calculating. But he's not wrong.
Target number 5. Negotiators down.
And so you
Dead.
listen to what he
HVT
says,
is
and
down.
you're just
Say
like,
again. La Cabra is down. Target KIA.
wow, the amount of enemies killed with that. It was a 1600 experience mission, and we got 21 with the bonus kills of the people that were there too. Oh, not redeploy. Let's do heat map. I like heat map. See, I'm surprised these areas don't have a lot more color, because this is the farming area. Like, this is the easiest place to farm missions. Okay, so that one's done. Eastern. Okay, we have one more Eastern, and then from here, it's basically fly around and nuke
We've
cars.
got coordinates on several downed airplanes loaded with Peruvian cocaine intended for the cartel. Get to the crash sites and destroy the shipments before Santa Blanca can recover them.
Try to decide what I want for dinner tonight. So I had a pizza. I bought a pizza last night, had dinner. I took the leftovers with me to work and ate most of it. Ate way too much. I feel fat. I'm just like, oh. Hey, little dad. Yeah, fly right at me. Sup, boy? That doesn't get his attention. Nothing. The funniest part is he was flying right by me and didn't even get suspicious. Like, he flew right at me and he's like, oh, hi. I'm like, hey, man. One of my issues with this game is trying to figure out how to turn down the helicopter noise. Because it's as loud as I am. So it's like an hour and 12 minutes of me flying around in a helicopter making helicopter noises. The other issue is it's summer, and everyone's super, super busy during the summer, so no one's around for the streams during the summer, which is fine. It's like, that's fine, I understand. I'm busy, I'm only here half the time too, you know, or a third of the time. I'm only here a quarter to a third of the time. So the fact that other people can't make it either, it's like, that's just the way life works, you know. Oh my gosh, it's so far away. It's still a K out. Ugh. Now the thing I'm trying to decide is, do I want to try to farm another level? Another full level if I can? Or do I just want to call it? See, the hard part about this game for me, about farming down levels, is a lot of it is very...
Fire, fire, fire!
Well, it's weird. Like, for example, I don't have a ton of problem farming, say, like Fortnite. I've been playing Fortnite Save the World, and I've been farming a crap ton. I actually have gone up almost 10 levels.
That batch of Polvo Blanco is destroyed.
Yeah, I'm up like 8-9 levels in one day. And it's because what happened was there was a bunch of missions in a row. Let's go that way. We're gonna fly out and just see if we can find we need to just find. We're just looking for Unidad at this point. We're just looking for Unidad people to shoot. But anyway, so what happens is in Fortnite Save the World, there's an event that happens every so often, and what they are is it's a what happens is it's a event where it'll be like a ×4 of some resource. It'll be like ×4 of lightning in a bottle, or ×4 of pure drop of rain, or ×4 of whatever. And it's ×4 of something, one of the main resources. And so what happens is when you play the missions, like, so a mission will pop up and it'll be like, hey, here's the mission. And and then you do the mission. Once you've done the mission, you claim most of the goods, and so like there's so much you're gonna get, and there's so much extra you're gonna get, and then it's like infinite. So what happens is these guys are only trucks. Let's head back over. Where am I? I'm right here. One skill point there. Montauk, Pucara. Let's head over there. But anyway, so basically, you'll have a mission pop up, and it goes, it's a retrieve the data 4 times pure drop of rain. You'll do the mission once and get all the normal rewards plus the times 4 pure drop of rain, and then after that, you can turn around and replay the mission, and you get like half the rewards back, but you still get the 4 times pure drop of rain, which is typically like 150 to 200 pure drop per mission.
What are you, a SEAL? Because I don't know any quiet professionals who need something like this.
And so literally you can be like, I'm gonna do like for example, yesterday I did like 3 hours of pure drop of rain mission, of one mission, pure drop of rain, and then immediately did another 3 hours later that night of lightning in a bottle. Because there were 2 missions back to back. There was one, and then when that one expired, the next one popped out, and it was approximately the same. But it was awesome because it was like I did in like 6 hours, I grew like I was able to grow my character by like 8 or 9 levels, which was awesome because once you hit a certain level, it's very resource heavy to level up after that. So it's super awesome when you get to a certain point. You're just like, oh hey, a certain mission showed up, and then you just play it. And
Keep your eyes on the road. You just hit a civilian.
I don't care. Are you kidding me? What are we at? Yeah, we're about 20,000 away. Approximate. Ooh, my phone buzzed. Wish I could watch. Still at work till 9. That's too bad. All good. It will be up. Yeah, it's hard. And a lot of my regulars are working for the summer. Working a lot for the summer. Which sucks because it means they're not around, but that's okay. The part about this that's hard for me, but as far about just the tier 1, is when you tier 1, typically you will complete the campaign once just to be
I didn't know they had a
eligible
dam
for
out
tier 1.
here.
Like
Yeah,
you'll
the
beat the
locals use it
entire
for
campaign
irrigation.
once,
Seems like
and it's like,
overkill.
okay,
I reckon somebody was
now you can
optimistic
start
about
tier
agriculture
1.
in
Like
Bolivia.
now you're level 30. You can technically play the campaign like 3 times start to finish before you're back up. You can do the entire campaign start to finish like 3 or 4 times before you're tier 1. Like, it's nuts. Yeah, the pickup trucks are only worth 150 experience, which sucks. I need a better location to farm. Where are we? We're right here. If we head up there, up there is a rich hunting ground. It's 12k away, but it's a rich hunting ground of Unidad. The harder the areas you go, see, this is me with my shoulder. The problem is I put my elbows on the armrests. Yes, that one's a truck or a car. You want the big ones that have a ton of people and a ton of guns on them. The bigger the convoy or the bigger the truck you hit, the more experience it's worth. Certain ones, you'll hit 600-700 experience for it. I'm just not seeing many of those right now. hugging this mountain will help prevent me from getting hit by any rockets. We're hitting some dangerous areas here. No more Unidad on our radar though, which is sad. I hate this basin right here. It's so open and exposed. Theory, isn't that anti-air right up there? We're flying down underneath it where it doesn't have line of sight of us, so we can't lock on. That's a key. No. The funny thing is Berlioz is asleep in the other chair. So like I'm in my chair. Berlioz is fast asleep in the other chair, and then Tigger, who just showed up, is now like, hey, I want to be in on this. So let me see if I can sit myself in a way where he'll join me. You want to come up here? What do you think? You want to come up here? No? You're welcome to if you want. Let's see if my cat wants to come join me. Join the dark side of the force. Oh, he's gonna jump on his brother. Let's see if those people share or not. The problem is they're getting big. They're very adult kids. So are you gonna be able to find a place? You're gonna sit on the bed. Right. You can curl up on the bed. I redid my... I keep redoing my green screen. Same green screen, just keep redoing how I do it. So like at one point I had it just up against the, so like if you look behind me you can see the thing. This is my closet. So at one point I had it where...
I got eyes on a big fucking house.
Welcome to Shea Beauty Club.
Oh yeah, we're flying right next to...
We should drop in and say hello.
Bowman says she's in Peru at the moment. Business trip. But a little recon couldn't hurt.
Wait to see if Tigger decides to sit down or curl up on the bed or not. He's thinking about it. Anyway.
We got a chopper.
So I'm waiting. Tigger, you're so handsome. How long have I been on? An hour and a half? I'll probably be on for 2 hours-ish. I'll get as much done as I can in 2 hours, and then I'll call it a night. Probably what I'll do, and then I'll go upstairs and hang out with the boys. Particularly where it's at such an odd time and there's no one on. So. But anyway. So basically, I've been messing with my green screen, right? Bouncing a lot. 230, what the crap? I wonder if there's a limit. Like, I wonder if I'm only allowed to shoot so many before it's just like, yeah, we're cutting your experience. Like, you killed too many. You farmed too many of the dead. But yeah. Yeah, my experience is low now. Makes me wonder. But anyway, so something I've been noticing is I keep trying to balance out my green screen. So like I had it just propped up against the wall behind me and that worked for a while.
Enemy marked.
The problem was I had a ring light and then I upgraded my stand and then my ring light didn't fit anymore. Wow, the fact that, wow, those were 900 experience. Didn't kill any civvies either. I think right here is where I was trying to head. So here, let me turn that off and put it right. Come on. Yeah. I want right here to be my area. In theory, right here is the farm area. Because you've got 3 or 4 major roads coming together, so the likelihood of you getting an Unidad is pretty high. Between that and then just spawn-in rates is pretty good. That looks like a Unidad base, but I don't see any anti-air there, which is fascinating. Finding any Unidad. It used to be there was a thing here you would get on, and they got rid of it. There was a faction page. Did they get rid of it completely? Yeah, it's gone. Way back in the day, there was a faction page, and it was like, hey, these are the 3 factions, and this is how much influence they have based on your progress in the missions and stuff. All right, let's go. Let's go a little bit further into Kuwani. Kuwani's a great area for Unidad and convoys. Oh, I have a helicopter marked down here somewhere. Yeah, 300-400 experience. Over here. But yeah. So I bought a new cell phone, right? Love the phone, hate the service. Where I live, the service is absolute garbage. So what I did was I refunded the phone.
Engaging hostile.
Okay, that's one way to die, civilian.
What the hell? You just hit a civilian.
Yeah, yes. I absolutely hit a civilian. You're correct. About the time the civilian wrapped their vehicle around the Unidad that started shooting at me, I was like, and that's a dead civilian. You picked the wrong person to snuggle with. Anyway, so I had that new cell phone, bought it, loved it, hated the service, took everything off of it, factory reset, got it all taken care of, sent it back, right? So now I'm waiting for my refund on that, which made me sad because I was super ecstatic. I got a Sony Xperia. I love the Sony
Enemy
phones.
spotted.
They're super good. Sony phones are super, super fun. They're flagship of cell phones. Problem is, they're only on T-Mobile and whoever the other guy is. It's only on certain plans, or only certain carriers can have the Xperia. Sony or Verizon is currently not one of them. I do a pay-as-you-go company that rents off of Verizon's towers, who's really good. It's really cheap. It's like $25 a month. And then I buy data as I need it, and the data carries over. So instead of paying like $45-50 for 5 gig of data and then having it, run out at the end of each month and reset, the one I'm on now, is it's a pay-as-you-go, so it's $25 a month, and then I buy data as I need it. It carries. So that's cool. But anyway, the issue is trying to get the right cell phone, because the cell phone I have now is starting to wear out. I've had it long enough that it's starting to get old. Ooh, text message from my wife. Study for your test. Alright, I have to study for my test tonight. Oop. Anyway. So, I'm thinking I want to set up a world in Factorio. Anyway, sorry, back to the cell phone and then Factorio. So basically I'm excited. I ended up refunding my phone, which is sad. Swapping back to the service I had. And I'm waiting for that. The goal is to hopefully see if I can find a phone. I need to see if there's a Sony phone you can buy an Xperia that I can go to Verizon and buy it, because at the moment I can't find one otherwise, which is super, super annoying. But anyway, so that's the plan. Anyway, as far as Factorio goes, I'm trying to build a game type that is fun, that I can play over time and have a lot of fun with. And the main issue that I'm dealing with right now as far as Factorio is that I don't like having to dedicate crap tons of resources to certain tech trees.
Enemy spotted.
And that's the biggest thing that kills me is when you get to late game and they go, we want you to put,
Got a tango.
like, you have to build a super base to be able to keep up with your science, and then after a while science just gets stupid, you know. And so what I like is I like using the dark matter replicator mod, and then I have a rule for myself where I go, I have to produce a certain percentage of science. So for example, I have to produce enough red science that I've done every single technology in the game that only uses red
Target
science.
spotted.
Once I'm to where it's red and another science, then I can use the Dark Matter Replicators mod to use Dark Matter Replicators to create red science, and then I tear up my red science maker. And then I do the same thing with the next science until that one runs out. So I go until I've done everything that's just red and green, and then I make it so green is now built using the Dark Matter, and then I tear up the green maker. And what it does is it reallocates certain resources back into the base. And I like it better that way. That one. This one's definitely really loud. You know what? We're gonna drop a couple of these. I got a new mixer app. This one's just loud as crap. Can I edit all of them at the same time? Edit. Settings. There we go. That's better. I'm slowly working on my so I have my music player that I use while I'm streaming, and just all the time. And what I'm trying to do is get to where all of my music is equalized, where it's all approximately the same volume. Because the problem is I have certain songs which are super quiet, and then certain songs which are loud as crap. And it's super annoying. Like this song right now we're listening to, I just decreased it by 40% and it's still this loud. If that's gonna be a dead rebel or not. Okay, we're hitting the base. I don't want to go to the base. The base has 3 anti-airs that I don't want to deal with. So we're gonna back up. I'm basically just patrolling certain roads, looking for Unidad to shoot. How are we doing? Yeah, we're almost there. 10K left. One of the things that I have done in the past is basically replay areas. Like, I'll be like, I'm going to completely redo a certain area. And the very first 2 or 3 areas are my favorite. Like the really, really early game areas. I really enjoy. In fact, you know what? Let's go over there. Where I want to go. I don't know if there's Unidad over there. I will check and see. There may or may not be, but that's a fun area to be in.
Got a lot of background.
All right, there's a convoy. So we're gonna tag this one while it can't get away.
Escort vehicle is destroyed. Ready to engage.
Oh.
are heavily armed.
Well,
Escort has
Oh,
been
well.
destroyed.
that makes me sad, but oh well. So what happened was I nuked the front vehicle. By hitting the front vehicle, I accidentally disabled the truck. And then the back vehicle then...
Jesus, you just hit a civilian.
I don't know what civilian they're talking about. This game is weird about that. But anyway, so basically I nailed the front truck. The front truck was too close to the supply truck,
Well
disabled
done.
it,
I'll have the
and then
rebels
the
come pick
back
this stuff
truck
up.
rolled right up on the butt of this one, so that I couldn't shoot this one without hitting this one. And
Ask
then
the
it's just one
rebels
of
to
those,
send
oh
over
well, you know, gotta get a new, fresh one, so. But I still got partial resources, and you still get, the fun part about the convoys is, even if you just straight up nuke it, you still get it, full experience, even if you get half resources. Just for tagging it, you get full, so it's like, who the crap cares? If you're just going for experience, just fly over and nuke it. Don't bother being subtle about it, you know? But anyway, I'm on the verge of creating a really, really big convoy. I'm on the verge of starting a fairly large Factorio game or play mission that I want to do. The issue I have right now is I need to install the basic start mod or whatever, the one that starts you off with enough stuff to build yourself a base, a small base, production base. That way I'm not wasting time on the early game to do that. Because I typically don't play late game Factorio, or late game Factorio. I typically don't hit it very often, or play it very often, for the simple fact of by the time I get to that point, I'm already 70 hours in. Like, I'm so meticulous about the way I build it. I'm more based around the combat and stuff. So I typically get to where I'm like, oh, I haven't ever gotten that far. I'm not that far yet. Oh. Bye-bye. Nailed it. One of these intersections over here, I think it's this one, is the one that I really like. Oh. There's another Unidad, and there's a convoy. I really, really, really want to level up again.
Got another tango.
Escort has been destroyed. Convoy is an unarmed vehicle off the ground.
Get ready. Fire. Open fire.
So what you do is you order assault until the vehicle disables, or until they get out. Come on. Then you tell to stop. And then you nuke the two Unidad that magically just... Really? Choice words for you, Unidad. Like this one that just magically spawned in. Good grief, this is an intersection if ever I saw one. Cool. Oh.
Fire.
Roger.
Ready? Open fire.
I copy.
There we go.
We're good. We're good.
The hard part is getting the AI to, in this particular vehicle, to kill the two dudes that hop out of the truck without destroying the truck. A lot of the time they will just
Tom
straight up
O'Beer's in
destroy the
good
truck,
shape.
and that part sucks.
We'll pass on the location
So it's
of the
trying to
truck
do
the
that without
rebels.
destroying it that's hard. What are we at? 140? Perfect.
Go on without me.
I'll hurry and hit the next
Good to
tier,
go.
and then I'll end. Then I'll call it a day. I want to go upstairs, and ooh, that's an Unidad base. It's not this or that. I'm trying to hurry and farm tier 1 so that when the next game comes out, I can start with, I think it's a gun or something. You can start with an extra gun, and the only way to get it or something is to play this and beat tier 1. So I really, really, really want to get tier 1 just so I can get that gun. I'm kind of a completionist on certain games.
Enemy mark.
Not quite there. Holy cow, I'm so close. Less than, what was it? Less than 500? Less than 400?
Marking an enemy.
Oh, no. I'm like, you were my tier 1. Or you were my tier level up. See, 300 prestige again. Supply bonuses. I'm tier 14. What did I start at? 17, 16, something like that? So I'm down like 2 tiers today, which is good. What is the new gun? Supposedly there's something new. That it wants me to look at. Yeah, let's just go through all and see if I can find it. There we go. That appears to be all. So many guns. Holy crap. The weird part is there's so many that I still don't have. Here, I need to... There we go. Yeah, the FAL was one I was considering leveling up all the way. Just to see what it would turn into when I finished. This is the best pistol minus the damage. The damage sucks, but the everything else about it is great. So, anyway, I'm going to call it there for today. Yeah, I'm going to call it there for today. It's been fun. As always, it's a pleasure. Anyway, I'm calling it a day. I will catch you guys later. I have lately been having a craving to go back and play. So here's the problem. There's too many good games coming out this year, and I don't know what to put my time into. You know what I mean? I want to hit tier 1 in Wildlands. I want to play more Minecraft. I want to play more Factorio. Assassin's Creed Origin has been calling to me again. Odyssey was kind of eh. Origin was really fun and very mythical and very cool. Odyssey just kind of... It was too similar to Origin without enough really, really fun variants. The issue that I had was I would try to play it and then I would find myself getting caught. Like, I would play every single bonus extra mission and then I would find myself getting stuck because there wasn't enough going on. Like, I wasn't able to I don't know. I don't like I didn't like the scaling, the level scaling as much. I don't like where they force kind of a what's the word? I had a really good thing that I said for it and I forgot what it was. Basically, it was a very Dark Souls, that's the one. It was a very Dark Soulsy feel to the fights where it's like the enemies you're fighting will one-shot you. But you have to hit them 7,000 times to actually deal damage. And I think that's utter nonsense in a game like that. I think I'm all about the same amount of hits to kill me as the same amount of hits to kill them. I like it very balanced where you can have them be set to block, you can have them be set to whatever, but if I hit the enemy, they better go down. That's the part that drives me nuts. So anyway, I'm out for the night. You guys have a great night. I will catch you guys later. Let's see here. What's today like? Tomorrow I'm working swing, and then I have basically the weekend off. Like, I have Friday off, and then Saturday I'm doing a graveyard. I did a graveyard this morning, which is why I'm on. But yeah, Anyway, I'm off. You guys have a great night. I will catch you guys later.